Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to talk about a few of my favorite foods that I like to eat, pretty healthy foods. So if you want to hear about it, stay tuned. Alright, so there are 4 favorite foods of mine that I primarily partake of probably every day of the week. If not every day, then every other day. So these 4 foods that I'm going to mention to you guys are kind of like powerhouses, I guess you could say. And I primarily use them for cleansing me out, for brain health, for my skin, which is really, really important to me as well. So the first one that I wanted to mention to you guys is my bread. My gluten-free quinoa bread is packed with quinoa. It's made with quinoa flour, whole quinoa. It's also got some millet flour in there, some sorghum flour. It's also made with flaxseed meal and also buckwheat flour. Now buckwheat flour, I make my pancakes with buckwheat flour, so buckwheat flour is an all-time fave for me. It's also gluten-free. And this bread I ordered from Simple Ned's, which is like this gluten-free bread company, I guess you can say, and I order from them all the time. This is not a sponsored video by no means, but this is something that I partake of probably every day, and I eat that bread with a number of things. I can use it with my almond butter. I'll use it to make me an egg sandwich with like tomatoes and spinach and mushrooms and that sort of thing. So that bread I like to use when I work out 5 days a week. And so I'm eating it on those days, especially to build that muscle that I'm trying to gain back, you know, in my booty that I lost a little bit. So I'm trying to, I guess, make sure that I'm careful because the caloric value is a little high. It's not so bad, but it is about 18 grams of carbs. So that's just one slice of bread. Now the bread does have all 9 essential amino acids, which is great for the body. Amino acids are the building blocks of life, which is what we heard growing up in elementary and middle school. But it does help to create those proteins that are made for muscle building. So that's really, really important, just muscle growth in general. One really important thing that I like about quinoa bread, or this power grain in general, is that it's really great for lowering blood sugar. And it's also really great for lowering cholesterol. So instead of opting for white bread or, you know, brown wheat, you know, whatever else, of course, gluten is not good for me. If you don't have a problem with gluten, then, you know, do your research and figure that whole thing out. But for me, this is what works for my body, and this is something I just wanted to share with you guys. Okay, so now if you don't have an issue with gluten, like just with wheat, barley, rye, if you don't have an issue with those things, then don't choose to eat gluten-free foods unless, you know, that's your choice. If I wasn't gluten-free, I'd probably eat all the pizza that I want without a problem, without having to opt for gluten-free bread or crust. But having a gluten intolerance is it's a real response. Your stomach lining becomes inflamed from the protein, which is gluten, and that causes that response. So for me, if I eat gluten, I get headaches, I get stomach aches, and it's gotten worse over the years when I have cheated. So for me, that's just something that I've listened to my body in regards to. And so all in all, it's just really important to listen to what your body is telling you. If you don't have an issue with gluten, then you don't have to choose gluten-free foods. But for me, that's what's best for my tummy. So yeah, a little disclaimer. Number 2, hibiscus. I'm in love with hibiscus. This is a flowering plant and a really beautiful flower. It's like a purplish pink flower. And so I order it dried. So I order it dried and I use it as a tea. So when I make my tea, I don't put really any sweetener in it because it has a strong taste. It's kind of like a tart flavor, but I don't know, it's good to me. Hibiscus for me is really beneficial because of the fact that it kind of fights weight loss, and it kind of helps you to get rid of that water weight that probably just sits in your body. So whenever I find myself drinking my hibiscus tea, I am just I'm peeing, I'm letting everything out. But it's really great for just cleansing out the body, getting all those liquids out, just flushing out just all of those like toxins, the uric acid. One little thing I wanted to mention is that there's a hibiscus flower that you can use as an exfoliant. Hibiscus is really great for the skin. I haven't tried it for the skin yet, but I know that it is great for cell turnover, and so that's probably going to be my next thing I try. Now, number 3, fennel is another herb that I really love. Fennel, I like to drink that. Of course, it's a dry seed that I drink, or a seed, I guess. I drink that with almond milk and a little bit of sweetener. Now, the sweetener that I use is date sugar. I'm going to mention that one next because that is my 4th one that I have to tell you guys about. Now, fennel is a part of the carrot family. Most people wouldn't know that, but it has all these different parts to it, and all those different parts, all of them are beneficial, and all of them can be used for all of the antioxidants that are housed inside of the fennel plant. The tissue repair and the collagen synthesis in that bad boy is top notch. So fennel for me, I do a lot, or I like to put in my body a lot of the things that are great for my skin. So of course the hibiscus, the fennel, the quinoa is more protein, but those things are really important for me because of my skin. The fennel tea is a really great nighttime drink. It's really soothing for the body. The smell is actually really nice. You can probably scent your whole house if you were to just like boil the water and steep the seeds inside of the water. It'll probably just scent up your whole house. So now my 4th and last favorite food that I have to tell you guys about are dates. Now, dates I have been eating for quite some time. I primarily choose dates over sugar, white sugar, brown sugar, honey. Sometimes I do cheat with maple syrup because I do like maple syrup, but I have made date sugar before. Date sugar is really easy to make. It's just basically, you can make a paste, so you can blend it up with a little bit of water and just continue to add that water until you get that consistency that you want. Now, date sugar has a really low glycemic index. It's high in calorie count. It's low in the glycemic index. So it's really great and really beneficial for people who want to fight their blood sugar. So if you have high blood sugar, dates are a really great way to go. Also, dates are really great for their anti-inflammatory properties. There have been some studies done to show that the anti-inflammatory properties that are housed in dates are beneficial to brain health. So that's really good in terms of like old age and, you know, all the things that come with brain deficiencies and disorders and that sort of thing. Dates are also really great in fiber, very high fiber counts. It is similar to a raisin, or a prune, I should say. They're really thick and like almost like oval-ish, I guess you can say. So if you have trouble going to the bathroom, fiber, you know, dates are a really great way to go, just like prunes and, you know, that sort of thing. So those are my 4 favorite foods right now that I wanted to mention to you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed this little educational video on these favorite foods of mine. All of these foods I eat 5 to 7 days a week, so I eat them pretty often, and yeah, it works for me. Of course, not all things work for everybody, so find out what works for you, what is best for your body. We all are on our own journey, and it's important to remember that what is best for me may not be what's best for someone else. So I'm just simply sharing, and hopefully it is something that works for you. If it's not, find your own thing and just listen to your body, listen to your mind. A lot of these foods, I think it's really important for them to have overall brain health and overall body health as well. from the inside out. So I hope that you find what works for you. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys tune in, check out my other videos that I have. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, do all those things, and I will see you guys later. Bye.